Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the release of Grand Theft Auto 6 because this morning we got a little bit of a surprise announcement from Rockstar Games regarding the upcoming release of Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, obviously this is one of the most anticipated, hyped up games of all time. People are obviously going to be waiting for this one to come out. We've been waiting for 13 or so years at this point for this game to come out, and throughout these last few months there's been a lot of speculation. There's been people wondering what exactly is going on. Obviously we haven't gotten any new trailers, screenshots, updates, really much of anything regarding the game from Rockstar, even though according to investor calls, industry insiders, news sources, we were expecting for the game to come out sometime later this year toward the holiday season. A lot of the anticipation was that anywhere from like August to November we could have been seeing the game release on console, but according to Rockstar Games, they have officially given us a new actual release date that they are supposedly going to stick with. I'll talk more about that later in this video, but like I said, they just put out a big post on Twitter. As of me recording this, it's been about 45 minutes since they made this post, and it already has millions of views, and you know, they made a post on their newswire and everything too. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now set to release on May 26th, 2026. We are very sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding a new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we've released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope you'll understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. We look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Sincerely, Rockstar Games. Now, clearly this was a massive announcement because we've been waiting for trailers, anything, any sort of news. The game was supposed to be coming out in just the next couple of months, and we hadn't really been hearing anything. It was more of radio silence, and I think that that was a pretty good hint that this was coming, and the reaction has been pretty widespread. There's been a very wide variety. Now, a lot of people are pretty pissed off, actually. A lot of people are just downright mad about this. I've seen disappointment. I've seen some people just like, man, whatever. Like I said, some people have just been angry. A lot of the sentiment is, oh, we've already waited 13 years or whatever for this game, 12 years for this game. How are they going to make us wait another year, bro? This is bullshit, you know? And I kind of understand because obviously we've been waiting on this game. We've been wanting to get our hands finally on it. But at the same time, if you have ever like been through a Rockstar Games release before, you probably knew that this was coming to begin with. Now, when you look back at all of Rockstar's major releases for games, now I'm not talking about like the GTA Vice City stories and whatnot, like handheld games, but when you look at like all the mainline GTAs, Bully, Red Dead, Max Payne, Midnight Club, all these different games that Rockstar have worked on over the years, pretty much like half of the games in Rockstar's entire catalog have been delayed. And even when you look back even at their more recent releases, Red Dead Redemption 2, that game was delayed twice, okay? It was first announced for fall 2017, and then it didn't come out until October of the next year. Grand Theft Auto 5, it was delayed from spring 2013 to September of 2013. Max Payne, it was delayed for several years before it came out in 2012. LA Noire, it was delayed multiple times. Red Dead Redemption 1 was delayed about a month. When you look at Grand Theft Auto 4, it was delayed 6 months. In fact, there has not been a major Grand Theft Auto release in Rockstar's history dating back all the way to GTA 3 where they actually got the game out on time. GTA 3 was delayed for a little extra development, a couple weeks, and also to remove any references that could be mistaken for the 9/11 terror attacks. GTA San Andreas was delayed around a week so that they could do additional testing. Vice City, once again, delayed a week for additional testing. This is kind of like something that they do. Now, the time frames always vary, but just looking back at the history of Rockstar, this is like a tradition for them. They delay the game. Usually, they delay it only a couple weeks or a couple months, but as we just saw with Red Dead 2, which, by the way, is one of the most acclaimed games of all time, they're more than willing to take the extra time. Now, the reaction has been negative outside of just like the actual gaming fans themselves. When you look at the stock market, Take-Two Interactive, which is the parent company of Rockstar Games, has seen their stock price completely fall through the floor this morning so far. Now, this is just as of me recording it. Like I said, it's now currently about 8:15, 8:30 here on the East Coast. So there's about an hour until the market actually opens. But right now, Take-Two stock is down 10%, which is about a $24 drop overnight in their share price. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna, sit here and give you the whole Jim Cramer shit about stocks and whatnot. I know most of you either don't care or you don't invest, but me personally, I'm buying the dip, bro. 10% discount, and GTA 6 hasn't even come out yet. I mean, you look at the stock, it's up like 45% over the last 6 months. We know that GTA 6 isn't getting canceled. It's just simply a delay, which, yeah, it sucks, and it's gonna adjust like the quarterly earnings and whatnot of the company, but ultimately, we know that GTA 6 is gonna be profitable. We know it's gonna make money. Me personally, man, I'm buying for the long run on this one, but it's just kind of weird to see this entire situation unfolding, right? Because like I said, I mean, I've been here through enough Rockstar launches. I've kind of gotten used to this. Like GTA 3, or not GTA 3, but GTA 4, I remember when that was delayed. GTA 5, I remember having a pre-order and the game was delayed. It was even so bad, like you could get like the promotional poster for the pre-order, and it even said on the release for spring 2013, which didn't happen. But all these games over time, like I've just kind of gotten used to it. This is what Rockstar does. Now, they're saying, oh, we want to spend more time polishing the game. We want to make sure it's at the quality level that people are expecting. Obviously, this is the case. This is a massive release. I mean, honestly, massive is an understatement when it comes to how important this game's release is going to be, not just for Take-Two and Rockstar, but for the entire video game industry at large here. I mean, other AAA studios like Electronic Arts and Activision, all these other companies, they are openly admitting that they have been monitoring when GTA 6 will come out because they know that dropping any of their flagship games around the same time as GTA 6 is basically setting themselves up for failure. It's to the point, like, people know that this is such a massive release, it's such a massive game that people care about so much. These people realize, like, well, we gotta watch when we're dropping what, because this could legit fuck us up in the long term if we try to compete directly with this game. And it makes sense. I think we all understand, you don't want to go up against a titan like this, but now, I mean, they're obviously going to be adjusting their plans now that this has been delayed. Now, May 26th of next year is the tentative date, which means we're about a year out of release at this point. But then again, that's only if this new tentative date that has been set up by Rockstar is actually the day that they're going to release. Which, once again, Red Dead 2, the last major game they put out, it got 2 different delays. At one point, it was supposed to come out fall 2017, initially delayed till spring 2018, got delayed again until later in 2018. So I honestly, at this point, wouldn't be surprised either if in, about 7-8 months, some time period before the supposed release window of GTA 6, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up hearing from Rockstar again, look, we need even more time. We're going to need even further into 2026. If I had to guess, we're going to look at like a October 2026. That's, if I was betting my chips, that's probably where I would put it. May, that sounds cautiously optimistic. Once again, we don't know their future plans. We don't know where they're at exactly in development. I mean, you got to imagine they've been working on it. The principal development for GTA 6 began after Red Dead 2 was put out. So in 2018, they've been full on working on this game for 7 years now, and they're going to get an extra year according to this whole time window they've set up. You got to imagine that they will find a way to make that time useful, and obviously, like, that's my thing. I'm not totally tore up about this because ultimately I just want the best version of the game. And I think a lot of people agree with that. Like I said, people are disappointed, and don't get me wrong, is it disappointing that I have to wait longer? Sure. But I mean, if it means the game is better, if it means it's more polished, there's better content, there's more content, maybe even, and this could also be way too ambitious, maybe even they can get the PC release ready in time to release alongside console. I don't know if that's going to be the new plan or if that's even really on the table at this point. I would love to see that. I personally play games on PC. I don't want to get it for the PS5 and then get it for the PC again later. But knowing Rockstar, they're probably still gonna release a console first and make us wait another year or two or whatever on PC. But the thing is, this can go one of two different ways. And you know, usually Rockstar, they're pretty good about this. They're usually pretty faithful to what they say. But this can go route A, where this is a good thing. They get an extra year to develop and polish the game. They actually faithfully spend that time making the game better, making everything a better, more pleasant experience for us. But there's also route B, where this game gets pushed off another year. Maybe the plans that they've set out for this next year or whatever, maybe they don't go to terms, and then we just basically waited an extra year for some mid. Now, I'm hoping this isn't the case. I'm expecting that they will do the right thing here, but I think we're at the point in the gaming industry, and I'm sure a lot of you probably feel the same way here. Even though there's companies out there like Rockstar that have pretty great reputations for the product that they put out actually being quality, being good, being play tested, being fun, being worth the money, we've seen companies like this still drop the ball. And I mean, we all know the expectations for GTA 6. It's gotta be an all-time classic. If it's anything short of like a 9.5 out of 10 for most players, it's gonna just be a failure. So if they do spend this time doing the right thing, actually polishing it, making the game better and whatnot, hopefully it will actually go a long way. I mean, we look at back once again to Red Dead 2, and I know I keep kind of dragging this specific example, but that is the most recent major release for them, right? They did a pretty good job, I think, of actually making sure the game was great when it came out. First playthrough, I really enjoyed it. Every playthrough since that I've started, abandoned, finished, whatever, right? I've still enjoyed the game very significantly, so I do hold out hope that this will be the right decision, that this will be a good thing in the long term. We'll look back on this as just like oh, that was a typical hiccup or whatever that comes from the folks at Rockstar and their timelines and everything, but ultimately, I'm still just cautiously optimistic about all this. I mean, waiting a little longer, sure, it's gonna suck, but that is what it is. I'm not working at Take-Two or Rockstar. I'm not in control of this. So the disappointment, it's definitely there, but I kind of anticipated at least this kind of announcement already. I guess we'll really just have to wait and see what continues from this, right? What we actually end up seeing occur based on this. Hopefully, it's going to be the best outcome for everybody here. I think there's a little bit of the market is overreacting. It's just like, you know, down 10% stock-wise, kind of crazy. We know that the money is going to be there. We know that the hit is gonna be there. Even if the game is mid, it's gonna sell, right? So, I don't know. It's a pretty insane announcement, but one that I think people probably should have saw coming if they've been paying any attention. I guess we'll have to just wait and see how this all goes. But anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus talking about GTA 6 getting delayed and signing out.